Hi guys, Tim here. It's been a while since I posted a video, but I'm back and I'm here to play some more Virtual Boy games. It's Halloween week, so I thought I'd play a Halloween themed game. Got lots going on this week. On Retro Game Revival on Wednesday night, we've got the Halloween special with the Poltergeist. And then on Thursday night, we've also got the Halloween special for EverChat. So make sure you go over to Retro Game Revival and check out those two videos on Wednesday and Thursday. But for today, I'm going to be playing a Virtual Boy game and I'm going to be looking at the Jack Brothers. So let's go check out Jack Brothers on the Virtual Boy. So let's have a look at Jack Brothers on the Virtual Boy. So this is Virtual Boy Go on Oculus Quest. And so far I've been quite happy with the Virtual Boy Go actually. It works pretty well. Gives you a chance to play some Virtual Boy games. I've never played on an actual Virtual Boy. So it'd be quite interesting actually if I could get a go on a Virtual Boy to see graphically how it differs, because I have heard that a lot of people get headaches playing the Virtual Boy, and you notice that at the beginning there's a screen saying, "Do you want to include an automatic pause?" And things like that to stop you from getting headaches. I presume that's to make sure you stop every now and then. I've not really need to worry about that on here, so it's been fine. I don't know whether that's because I just personally am not experiencing that, or whether it's because of the Oculus Quest difference in screen quality. But anyway, so I've selected Jack-O-Lantern, and it is Halloween. Very apt for this Halloween-themed week we've got going on. Let's see, so this is the first level. So I have had a bit of issues with audio on these videos, so do excuse the poor audio. I've had to silence the game. It seems to be when I've been recording it, and I don't know if this is just this specific app. I've not done a lot of recording directly off the Oculus Quest. I think I just need to spend some time experimenting with different audio levels, but it seems to be, I've got two settings, either silence or stupidly loud. So I did originally have recording of me playing the game and the sound, and you just couldn't hear me over the very tinny, very noisy game volume. So apologies for that. I'm sure I'll figure it out eventually. But so this is actually the recording of me playing previously. So this isn't a live audio recording of me talking. So that's why some things might be a bit disjointed. But yeah, so let's talk a bit about the game though. So I quite like the graphics on this. Again, it's got the Virtual Boy feature is that it's got the depth. So you jump from one level down to the next, and you're sort of going down this tower or whatever it is you're going down. And it looks pretty cool. I'm quite impressed with the game quality so far. I really wasn't knowing what to expect from the Virtual Boy. I was expecting kind of a lot more basic games. And perhaps there are some not so good games out there on it. The first couple of games I've tried, I've actually quite enjoyed. But I will kind of keep exploring these games for a bit, and I probably won't do all of them, but I'll try a few different games and see what they're like, and have a little impressions video, much like this. But it's been quite fun getting to play these old games I've never experienced before. There you go. So you get all the keys on the floor, and you jump down, and you go to the next bit. And it's quite good at introducing new features. So each level seems to be adding a new enemy type that does something slightly different. And sort of ramping up the difficulty. So yeah, here we go. So by the time I got to this point, I was thinking, yeah, it's all right. It's quite easy. Quite an easy game. Then realised there's that timer. And I was like, oh, I haven't got much time to beat this boss. Actually, maybe it isn't so easy after all. So the timer is a brilliant feature, actually. It takes it from being what would be, a fairly mundane game to actually quite a challenging game where you really need to be on it and concentrate on what you're doing, because you can quite easily run out of time. And you notice when you get hit, you don't have life, you lose time. And there you go, out of time. So there I was thinking, this is a bit easy. And then as soon as I had this, it's a bit easy thought, I die. So that was that. But let's try that again. Now that I know that there's a bit of a tight time limit, which does kind of make the game, a bit more challenging, a bit more interesting. I think it's a good thing to include. The one thing I did find, it's not so bad in these bits where you've got the corridors, but the controls were a bit sticky. I struggled at points to move where I wanted to move, especially in the areas at the end there where I'm in the boss battle, and it's all directions, because I'm playing with an analog stick, and I believe the Virtual Boy had a D-pad, and you can't move diagonally. So you can only move like up, down, left, and right. You can't move in a diagonal direction. And I found that a bit jarring when I got to the areas where you had a bit more freedom to move. If you notice in this section, I'm only moving up, down, left, and right. And when you're trying to avoid these fireballs and stuff, it was a bit tricky to get right. But as you can see, they've got 30 seconds to go. Yeah, it's quite a cool little game. I will try and get sound from the game next time. Might be worth me perhaps just doing this and not recording my microphone, recording the footage, and then recording the sound later, perhaps. That should be an easy fix. There you go, beat him. 4 seconds to spare. And that's just level 1. Area 1 clear. Not sure how long this game is. But there's 3 different characters, so I only played with this one, with Jack-O-Lantern, or Jack-Lantern, as he's called. I don't know if choosing another character gives you different abilities, or it goes through a different level path, or if it's just how you look. I'm not sure. I didn't really get that far. So I'm just playing as Jack-Lantern to see how far I can get. But on to level 2. So yes, this adds in some different enemy types, and enemies holding on to keys. So we've got, as at the start, got a few things on this week with Retro Game Revival. If you're not part of that group or channel, go check it out. I'm one of the admins over there and on the panel, and I'll also be joining All Elite Ryan on the Ever chat on Thursday. So Halloween themed week. We're going to be talking tomorrow. If you're watching this on the Tuesday, so Wednesday this week we are doing a Halloween special with the Poltergeist, and we'll be talking about horror games. So we'll probably talk about things like Silent Hill. I'm sure Resident Evil will get brought up. Daub's recently got a copy of Nightmare Creatures, so I'll be interested to hear what he thinks about that, because I quite like that game. Quite like Nightmare Creatures. Fairly overlooked game in the horror genre, but it's more of a hack and slash, so it's not really a survival horror, but it's a hack and slash kind of game, but quite fun. I quite enjoyed it. We'll see what he thinks about that, and we'll talk about the different horror games that we enjoyed, and the horror franchises out there. And then on Thursday we'll be talking with Crazy Burger again. Crazy Burger's joining us on the Evercast, or Everchat, sorry. We'll be talking about the horror games that are available on the Evercade. I've been playing Splatterhouse Part 2 and Splatterhouse Part 3 this past week to get an idea about those games. I've not really played Splatterhouse before, so it's a good excuse to pick them up and give them a go, because I hadn't played them before, and I thought it'd be quite interesting to have a go on those, so I can talk about them a bit on Thursday. So be sure to check that out. Come see what everyone thinks about those games. There's a few other horror games on the Evercade, and we'll be talking about, is it Dedus or Dadus? There's a horror game on the Indie Heroes cart, which I haven't actually played yet, so I'm going to be playing it over the next couple of days. Hopefully get a chance to experience that game a little bit, because I'd kind of been focusing on Quest Arrest and Flee, and I've finished both those games now. So the next game I was going to dive into was I'm not sure how to pronounce it. Is it Dadus or Dedus or something? I know it's a horror themed game on Indie Heroes, and I'm looking forward to playing that. So now I've kind of finished my runs on Splatterhouse 2 and 3. I will give Dadus a try and see what it's all about, and have a few things to talk about on Thursday. So lots going on this week for Halloween. Supposedly we're in fancy dress tomorrow night as well. So we'll see how that goes. Don't know if you're massively into Halloween. I do quite like Halloween as a season. Tend to have Halloween parties and decorate quite a few Halloween decorations. So perhaps I'll get those out this week and have them with me while we're doing the stream. So this bit, oh no, that's not. Did that get me on there? No, drop down. There's a bit on here where it's got the spikes, and I'm trying to jump down, and it doesn't let me drop down. You'll see it in a bit. That's where I actually die. And again, that just comes back to the controls. I don't know how I was pressing down wrong. I appeared to have all the keys, and it wasn't letting me go down. So that was not a great way to finish it. Spoilers, sorry. We're not quite near the end of the video yet. I thought I was talking about the wrong part there. But hey. Then jump down. I did think it was funny, actually, when the spikes, obviously, a lot of games do this. Whenever it introduces a new feature, it explains what they are. But it kind of shows these spikes and goes like, oh, these spikes will hurt you. And you're like, gee, thanks, game. Didn't realise that spikes would hurt me. I just thought, I kind of expected the spikes to be dangerous. You don't have to give me an explanation of that. And for a game that's quite challenging, I mean, this is quite tough. Look, that boss is all over me. Got no chance. The game's that hard. Why is it giving me like really basic information like spikes hurt you? So I could have figured out for myself. Game. Yeah, dead again. Did not get past that skull boss. So I'm going to give it one more try. See how far we can get. And again, it's all about getting through in the time. I think whenever you get hit, you lose time. It's quite cool, actually. I like that. You know, it's quite cool that you get, rather than having life, having a timer, and if you get hit, you lose time, and you can pick up time increases as well around the level on the floors. Quite a unique way of doing it. And I'm sure lots of games do that sort of thing, but, you know, it's quite nice to do. Just got to get all the keys and drop down. It's always good when games like this have got nice little features and easy to pick up. You know, you start playing it and you immediately know what you're doing. You're going around a maze, collecting keys, killing enemies, jumping down the floor, fighting a boss. You know, it doesn't require much explanation. You can just dive straight in and start enjoying it. It's quite a fun game. Right, so that's all the keys. Ooh. Again, it's interesting, isn't it? Because like the Virtual Boy is static, and obviously the Oculus Quest is full functioning VR, so you can look around, but it's a static screen for the Virtual Boy inside the virtual reality. Which, you know, some things do that. Actually, you can get like some different remote desktop things, and you can get, you know, if you're watching films and things like that. There's quite a few things like I think you can watch Netflix in a log cabin, and like there's just Netflix playing on a big screen TV, and you're sat on a virtual sofa. I might show you the Virtual Boy Go as well. Not the Virtual Boy Go, sorry, that's the Game Bov app. Because and this is the bit I try and jump down. Why is it not going down? Literally, just spikes there, get hit anyway. Try and move down. Why is that jumping? It looks like I've got all the keys. Keys are flashing. Not going down. Don't know what's going on there. Don't know whether it's just me being fat fingered with it or the game's just not responding. But that was all she wrote. So that's the end of Jack Brothers for me at least. I think I might come back to this game. It's quite fun. So far, you know, done Mario Clash and Jack Brothers. I think Mario Clash is slightly better. The only thing that I didn't like about Jack Brothers was the stickiness of the control. I did find it a bit difficult to get around corners sometimes, or especially moving in the boss areas and things like that. But other than that, it was pretty good. I think I'll give it another try at some point. But yeah, join me next time for another Virtual Boy video. As I said, I do have the Game Boy emulator on there as well, so maybe I could do a video on there. But you're sat sort of, it's not the best graphics. It'd be nice if you could change the picture around a bit, but you're sat on a sofa holding a Game Boy, and you can load your Game Boy ROMs onto this Game Boy, and you can make it bigger and things like that. So I might do a video on that at some point, because I think that might be quite fun. And yeah, we'll go from there. Well, thanks for watching, everyone. Be sure to check out Retro Game Revival Live tomorrow night, and Ever Chat on Thursday night for this Halloween week. Lots to talk about, lots of horror games. All right, thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you next time.